Willkommen zu Folge 3 von Let's Play Xenoblade Chronicles X. Ja, wir sind in New Los Angeles angekommen und werden jetzt unsere Wohnquartiere sehen. Und da bin ich schon gespannt. Lucy. Wir reden mal mit Lucy. Bist du der Überlebende, den man aus der Lebenskapsel geborgen hat? Ich habe gehört, dass du schon gegen viele Kreaturen gekämpft hast. Ein böses Erwachen, so direkt auf dem Schlachtfeld zu landen. Ich bin zwar keine Spezialistin, aber an deiner Stelle würde ich meinem Körper nicht zu viel zumuten. Lass dich lieber gleich im Verwaltungsbezirk durchchecken oder ruh dich zumindest aus. Ich weiß ja nicht, was du vorhast, jetzt wo du hier bist, aber deine Gesundheit hat erstmal Vorrang. Ah ja. Okay. Wow, cool, hier ist ein Doll. Oder Mech. Skell. Mechaniker. Das Paket sollte in den Blade Turm geliefert werden. Der Turm ist das größte Gebäude der Stadt und du erzählst mir, du hättest ihn nicht gefunden. Wo ist denn der Typ, der das sagt überhaupt? Sitzt er da drin oder wer war das jetzt? Nee. Der hat es gesagt hier, oder? Ja. Der hat es gesagt. Hast du Lust, dich mit mir mal auf einem Kaffee zu treffen? Im Geschäftsviertel gibt es doch das Café Sonnenschein. Das ist total schnuckelig. Strax in den Verwaltungsbezirk? Ja. Keine Umwege, keine Trödelei. Hä? Was war das denn? Ach so, das blockt jetzt, weil wir in der Mission sind. Okay, alles klar. Gut, dann sollten wir das jetzt einfach erstmal machen. Oh, was fliegt da? Ist da irgendwas geflogen? Ah, da oben. Cool. Transport-Heli oder sowas. Okay, wir sind da angekommen. Ein Scale. Emergency? Wow. Was los? Scheiße. Ups. Ey, wir können auch irgendwann ein Scale fliegen, Alter. Stürzt der jetzt ab oder was? What's going on? Oi, 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 oi. Was kommt da? Boah, er ist fast umgefahren. Ach, sie. Boah, die fährt ja einen heißen Reifen, ey.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would ya?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt. Hey, look at that. The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-whos? Cool.
Cool.
I'm Lee Coop, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
Frage verbüfft nach links, Alter. Versuche herauszufinden, was mit dem Auspuff passiert ist.
Yeah. Well, that, doesn't usually happen.
We know it doesn't, Lynn. Look, I know what you're thinking. But believe me, young as she may look, and yes, she is young, she's actually one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds
Sightseeing
like a great
Tour.
Alright, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
Ah, sie ist jetzt ein neues Teammitglied. Nicht im Team. Okay. Änderung bestätigen, okay. Jetzt ist sie im Team. Ja, ich bin über ihr. Ich habe mich schon gewundert, was das da für ein Schild ist. So, wo soll ich jetzt hin? Ah, da oben blinkt was. Da lang. Transporterpilot. Der fliegt uns jetzt da rum, oder was? Die mit der Sightseeing-Tour. Jo. Eine fliegende Sightseeing-Tour machen wir jetzt.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour then? Just the highlights.
Schnelldurchlauf.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
Shopping-Paradies.
The city is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district.
Das Wohnviertel.
Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lane. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
Das Blade Hauptgebäude. Da gehen wir jetzt wohl rein. Da müssen wir uns bestimmt jetzt für so eine Division entscheiden. Für so eine Partei, welcher wir beitreten wollen. Könnte ich mir gut vorstellen. Jetzt haben wir New LA schon ein bisschen gesehen, das ist ja schon mal gut.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Blade Turm, cool, das ist auch ein Skell. Die stehen hier überall schon rum, ey. Alter, die Waffe alleine schon, ey. Geil. Ein richtiges Roboterspiel. Hammergeil. Was sagt der? Krass, die Aufhängung dieses Skells ist total im Eimer. Der Gute muss bei dem Kampf während der Notlandung einiges mitgemacht haben. Ah, hier sind die ganzen Fritz. Fritz, ey, was für ein Name. Verdammt, wir haben keine Verstärkungslinsen mehr. Wie sollen wir jetzt die Laserwaffen von Grenade GG herstellen? Sagt den Jungs im Industriegebiet, sie sollen irgendwas. Finde ich schade, dass das so schnell verschwindet. Wer ist sie hier? Mit ihr kann man natürlich nicht reden. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, Arms Manufactory ist es hier. Hier können wir später Ausrüstung produzieren. Gear and Weapons Shop. Hier können wir Ausrüstung shoppen und Waffen modifizieren und sowas alles später. Ah, jetzt ist da nochmal der letzte Teil. Sagt den Jungs im Industriegebiet, sie sollen Hinne machen. Okay. Na gut, aber wir sollen das ja später entdecken, hat sie gesagt. Erstmal sollen wir jetzt zu dem Turm oder so. Blade Sammelpunkt, da geht's wohl rein. Blade Quartier. Er lädt schon. Ich kann nichts mehr machen. Blade Barracks.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
So, Interesse zeigen. Frage, was es mit der Registrierung auf sich hat. Zeige, dass du keine Lust hast, dich irgendwo zu registrieren. Ja, machen wir Interesse zeigen mal,
I
ne?
think I can answer that one.
Wer ist das?
So, you must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi.
Miss Ku. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Ein Minister.
As for officially registering our new citizen,
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Ja, ist jetzt echt viel am Anfang, was man kennenlernen muss und so weiter. Man wird hier richtig reingeführt erstmal in die ganze Welt. Aber ich find's cool. Ich find's nice. Okay, ohne Ton. Die stehen da einfach nur rum.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale. Now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer.
Okay.
And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name. Nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin?
3 Punkte jetzt zur Auswahl. Frage, wie genau die Menschen auf Mira gelandet sind. Lasse dir die Organisation Blade genauer erklären. Frage, wie es mit der Registrierung weitergeht. Registrierung.
Ah yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
Schon komisch, dass wir so schweigen immer, ne? Ach so, die anderen beiden Punkte macht man auch, oder was?
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Earth. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the
Lebensspeicher?
Take a look at this.
Lebensspeicher finden.
The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Life Hold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. Flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Life Hold. Are in the Life Hold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Life Hold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira.
Okay.
What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Und das dritte machen wir auch noch.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations.
Xeno-Zivilisation.
Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. Maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The Xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed.
Krass, ey.
For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state.
Seit 2 Monaten sind sie jetzt da.
Installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Ku, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Handlungsmission, Kapitel 1. Auftraggeber Nagi. Lasse dir von Lynn und Elmer den Verwaltungsbetrieb zeigen und bringe mehr über Blade in Erfahrung. Okay. Region entdeckt, Blade Quartier. Ja, ist auf jeden Fall sehr viel Story jetzt am Anfang, sehr viele Cutscenes. Aber das macht das Spiel wahrscheinlich auch ein bisschen aus. Es ist typisch Japano-RPG und auch typisch Monolith. Und ja, also das ist halt ein komplexes Spiel und deswegen geht das jetzt hier am Anfang wohl etwas langsam alles. Aber ich finde es okay. Ich komme hier sozusagen richtig in die Welt rein, in die Stimmung rein gerade. So, dann laufen wir jetzt hier nochmal ein bisschen rum. Da lang. Öffnen. Ja, betreten.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got
Okay.
everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that scale. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby. Now this guy gets it. Aren't they just the coolest? Just
Ja.
everything about them. The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever had that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over?
Die ist cool.
You know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fan fiction. Hold on, I'll just pull it up here. One sec.
Lynn,
Oh, right. Sorry.
Die ist cool.
originally, scales were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
Aber eines Tages.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work,
Auf jeden Fall werden wir ein Scale-Pilot.
why don't we check
Aber
out the
sowas
mission
von.
control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Begib dich zum Missionsterminal im Verwaltungsbezirk von NLA. So Leute, ich muss leider schon Schluss machen mit dieser Folge, sonst wird das jetzt hier ein bisschen lang. Ja, es war jetzt hier viel Cutscene, viel Einführung, aber man hat natürlich, also ich zumindest, jetzt auch richtig Bock auf ein Scale. Also man will diese Dinger natürlich irgendwann unbedingt selber steuern, fahren und fliegen. Wir wissen ja, dass das alles geht. Ja, wie es weitergeht hier mit dem Missionsterminal im Verwaltungsbezirk, seht ihr dann in der nächsten Folge. Seid gerne wieder dabei. Vergesst den Daumen hoch nicht, wenn euch das Video gefallen hat. Und lasst ein Abo da, falls ihr noch kein Abonnent seid. Also, bis dann. Ciao.